Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wildcat Baseball here on 18 WJTS. Tonight, the Wildcats entertain the New Albany Bulldogs. The Bulldogs 4-3 on the season. The Cats 4-1 after beating Harrison 9-0 here at Rooksor Field last night. Couple of seniors on the hill tonight. Connor Foley for the Wildcats. He'll be opposed by Tucker Biven, the ace of the New Albany staff. We'll take a break. We'll have the opening lineups and first pitch right after this on 18 WJTS. Welcome back to Alvin C. Rooksor Field. Wildcats and the New Albany Bulldogs. Connor Foley getting the start. He has worked in 10 innings. So far has started 2 games, 0-0 record. He is fan 17 and walk 3, a .70 ERA. He last worked Tuesday night of last week in the Bloomington South game. He went 5 innings in a no decision, 3 hits and 7 strikeouts. He's backed by Jack Aubran in left. In center, Ryan Like. Chris Hedinger is in right field. Tyler Atkins gets a start at third base. Ben Hankey is the shortstop. At second base, Cody Morton. Matt Wright over at first base. And behind the plate is Drew Bradley. New Albany under veteran head coach Chris McIntyre comes in here tonight. They're 4-3. Tucker Biven, the Louisville-bound ace who beat the Wildcats last year, one of 2 setbacks the Cats had in that state championship season, will be on the hill. Garrett Jones, the center fielder, stands in. Cloudy night. Warmer than usual here at Rooksor Field, and Foley will throw the first pitch of the ball game. Lined into center, hit like a bullet, but Like dives for it, can't come up with it, and Jones will be in at second base with a stand-up double. So that'll bring up Tucker Biven. So Biven, right-handed hitter for the Bulldogs, gets in. Fastball right down the middle for a called strike. Runner at second base right off the bat here for the Bulldogs. Foley comes home. Breaking ball chopped on the ground. Atkins looks the runner back, throws on, gets his man. So 1 away for Andrew Clements. Albany, they're a 4A school too down in their neck of the woods with Floyd Central, who won the sectional last year. You got Jeffersonville. That's a stacked tournament. Pitching always good in that sectional. Floyd Central edges New Albany last year to win that tournament. Here's the 0-1, swung on and missed. And Foley out ahead 0-2 to this hitter. The left fielder waits on deck. So a runner at second on the leadoff double. Foley bends at the waist out on the Rooksor Field mound and gets ready to throw that 0-2. Foul pass. Coach Mack on the coaching line at third. 0-2 and holding. Play the hitter to go the other way. Pause and the next pitch. Breaking ball, did he go? Ball loose. It's going to allow the runner to go up to third. He did not go, evidently. So a runner at third. Foley works out ahead. He drops a glove and comes home. Got him that time. Fouls it into the glove for his first strikeout of the game.
Left fielder number 13, Chase Lush.
Lush, the right or the left fielder, stands in for the Bulldogs. Big swing and a miss, 0-1. Foley trying to keep the base runner at third here. Oh, and 1. Foley again out of the stretch. Delivers. Breaking ball tied him up a bit, and he said he did not go there either. So the count squares at 1-1. No score, top of the first here. Cats at home with Heritage Hills on Monday. Wrights on Tuesday, right here at Rookser. The 1-1 pitch from Connor Foley. Shoves it outside. Gets away from Bradley momentarily, but he quickly gets back on it. Two and one, Foley, plateward. Fastball outside corner. And the count evens up at 2-2. Big action pitch right here for the big right-hander. He breaks it home outside. So 3-2 with 2 gone. Foley, plateward. Called third strike at the knees. Connor Foley, second punch out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. New Albany nothing, Jasper nothing. We're back after this. For New Albany, no score here in the bottom of the first inning. Ben Hankey, Cody Morton, and Connor Foley, the scheduled hitters. Lesh, Garrett Jones, and Devine in the outfield. Chandler, Teasing, Gum, and Clements in the infield. Behind the plate, Gavin Rand. Hankey led off the top of the first last night with the home run against Harrison. Pitches high from Biven, 1-0. Jasper was the visitor last night in that game with Harrison, since it was supposed to be at Harrison. This one poured in for a strike. Hankey, 4 runs scored. Walked 3 times, also doubled to go along with that long ball. 1-1. Here's the pitch from Biven. He shoves it outside, and it is 2-1 to the Wildcats shortstop. Big to get on the board first here. Chandler comes in a little bit in front of the bag and off the line. Next pitch, he buzzes him out of the box, and it's 3-1 again. Biven, one of the 2 teams that beat Jasper last year. New Albany comes here every year. They like the tournament-like atmosphere. Hankey loops it in the shallow left field for a base hit. Thumbs it out there, and the Wildcats have their leadoff man aboard here. For Cody Morton.
Second baseman, number 5, Cody Morton.
So Morton gets in. Runner at first base. See if the Wildcats butt him over here. Runs probably at a minimum tonight with these 2 hurlers on the hill. Biven stretching the pitch. Morton lofts it foul, twisting out of play down the right field line. It rattles around out there, and it's 0-1. Terry Gobert on the coaching line at third. Jason Albrand first. Big night here. Honored the 97 state championship team, the last single-class state champion. And the first ever state championships held at the then new Victory Field. The 0-1 to Morton. Fastball in for a strike on the severe outside corner. Last night the home plate arbiter was giving that outside corner big time. To both pitchers, or all of the pitchers. Biven throws over and chases the runner back. But they honor the 97 team. They handed out the rings to the state championship team from a year ago out there tonight as well. So big night here at Rookser Field on Good Friday. Big crowd on hand. And a good opponent in town. The 0-2 from Biven to Morton forthcoming. He cuts it loose, chases it out of the zone, and stays alive, though, by fouling it off. So we've got to see if we can get this one in tonight. There's weather pending. We'll see. The 0-2 here from Bivin to Morton. Does not chase a fastball high. And it's 1-2. Third baseman Chandler even with the bag and off the line. Big gap in left center field. Bivin throws back over. And the Cats and Heritage Hills on Monday night out here at Rooksor. Busy week. Wright's at home on Tuesday. Thursday, the Cats go to Bossy. Friday, the game rescheduled with DuBois. Morton pops this one up behind home plate. That will get into the stands and rattle around out there. 1-2. DuBois on Friday, then the Jasper tournament on Saturday. Cats will play at 11-6, already predetermined. So busy week of baseball. Hopefully the weather will break. It looks good right now. 1-2 and holding to Morton. Cats bat here in the home first. Runner takes his lead at first. Bivin in agreement with his catcher and fires it. Morton loops it into right field, and that'll get down for a base hit. It'll check up out there in the wet grass, and the Cats have some action on the bases, first and second here with nobody out, and Connor Foley strolling to the plate. Not exactly beating the walls down, but they are counting his base hits. Morton down in the count, did a nice job of hitting, taking it the other way, and gives Foley a chance to bat here with first and second and nobody out. Big time matchup right here between Bivin and Foley. Bivin steps off the Rooksor Field mound here. Playing conditions a little better than last night. It was really wet, obviously, but a little better today. Hankey out at second. Morton the runner at first. Bivin in the stretch. And will fire it. Foley fists it foul over the Wildcat dugout, or toward the Wildcat dugout. Drew Bradley is the on-deck hitter. Albany would love that double play ball here and see what they can do defensively. So nobody out here. Bivin would like a punch out in the worst way as well. Foley thinking otherwise. Good pitch on the outside portion, but it's a ball. Big crowd on hand. You can see the cars in the new parking lot out there at Rooksor Field. The 1-1 to Foley from Bivin. Fastball high. Two and one. Connor. Laser last night. Twisted around the foul pole down the left field line. It was a no-doubter just if it would stay fair. The 2-1. Foley shoots it foul right side. A little disgusted with himself as he waves the bat around. Maybe he thought he should have did something with that pitch. So another 2-2 count here in the early portion of this game. 2-2. First and second for the Cats. Foley waits, and here's the next offering. Misses outside. 3-2. Bivin on the ropes here in the early going. Trying to deal with Connor Foley. No score. You're in a good 4A matchup. Trying to keep Hankey close at second. The payoff pitch to Foley from Bivin. Struck him out. A little dive on it. And that was the strikeout Bivin was wanting, with now one away, first and second for Drew Bradley. So a little mound conference between Rand and Bivin. Bivin's been pitching a while up here at Rooksor Field. They've always sent good arms up here. They had Josh Rogers, who's now in the big leagues. He was hurt his senior year up here at Rookser Field. Gave him one of the game balls, kind of honored him for his good pitching down through the years. Now the runners take off, ball fouled away, and the guys had a huge jump. They would have had second and third, and Bradley offered at it. Don't know if the hit and run was on there. And then, you know, if you know the guys that have those huge jumps, they able to get some work done there. So 0-1 to Drew. Runners at first and second now for the Cats with one away. Bivens' jersey in the wind out there. Bradley takes it for a pitch out of the zone. Next pitch. Fastball, 2-1. Bivens throwing a lot of pitches here in this first inning. A couple of hits from Hankey and Morton. Two, one on the way. Runner now gets caught between third and second. A run down ensues. Hankey in the pickle, and New Albany drops the ball. It's second and third. Boy, they got out of one right there. Bivens had the guy picked off. Error on the rundown by New Albany. So now 2-1 to Bradley. Bivens. Plateward to Drew. Strike inside. Nope, that misses. 3-1. Bivens, I'm not sure I'm liking that one right there. Now Bradley in a hitter's count, 3-1. Infield in for New Albany. Runs could be scarce, as I said earlier. The 3-1 to Drew. Fouls it off, straight back, 3-2. Cats have been battling Bivens here. Pause by Bivens and the payoff to Bradley. This ball popped up behind shortstop and it bounces, and the Cats are going to lead 1-0 as Drew Bradley fought off a pitch and looped it past the shortstop teasing. And the Cats lead 1-0. First and second now. Morton stayed put at second.
Courtesy runner at first base, number 1, Tanner Ernie.
Tanner Ernie will go run for Bradley here.
Right fielder, number 16, Chris Hedinger.
In a rather weird bottom half of the first inning. Bivens kicks and deals. Fastball outside corner. 0-1 here. Bivens and the Bulldogs have the double play in order should they get a ground ball. A long look by Bivens and comes home. Another strike right down central to Hedinger. 0-2. Right would be next for the Cats. 1-0 Jasper. Bivens comes home. That one misses. 1-2. We're actually 1-2 with 2 outs here. the 1-2. Hettinger takes it outside. So we're going to have a 2-2 pitch here from Bivin to Hettinger. First and second for the Cats. Hettinger smokes it foul over the third base bag, and it twisted foul. Two and two with one down. Again, Hettinger awaits the break even from Tucker Bivin. Smack back deep into left field. Lesh will give it a look, and it's gone. A 3-run homer off the bat of Chris Hettinger. And the Wildcats lead 4-0 here in the first inning. He hit a 2-2 pitch up and out of here on a line to left field. Boy, that ball was absolutely crushed. And the botch rundown coming back to haunt the Bulldogs there.
Now batting for the Wildcats, the first baseman, number 19, Matthew Wright.
So here comes Wright. Check swing foul. The 0-1 pitch is outside. Fastball inside corner. And the count is 1-2 to Wright. Hettinger, a 3-run blast, helps the Wildcats off to a 4-0 start. The 1-2 to Wright, chopped up the middle into center field. It's a base hit, and the hit parade continues for the Wildcats here in the bottom half of the first inning. Wright singles sharply right up the middle.
Third baseman, number 8, Tyler Atkins.
Comes Atkins with just one out. Fouls it off. 5 hits already in the proceedings so far against Bivin, and he's just recorded one out. Next pitch. That is a strike. Bivin throws over. Did they get him? Nope. Just to drop the ball over there. So Atkins with an 0-2 count. Bivin trying to get out of this mess. Cats lead 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. And he chased one up and out of the zone. Bivin gets the strikeout. His second. And here comes Will Wallace.
Will Wallace.
Runner at first base. Bivin comes home, and it's a strike at the knees. Again, Cats and Heritage Hills out here on Monday night. Patriots. And the Cats, 6:30. Game will be over on WAXL radio as well with Steve Kolb and Mike Cruz. Maxim off the plate. One and one. Still the runner at first. This one dives low. Not an easy inning for Bivens. Nothing else is down 4-0 in the pitch count at an alarming high rate here in the first inning. The 2-1 pitch with the runner at first base. Bivens pushes it home and it's outside. Oh, if you're Connor Foley, you got like that 4 spot. Most nights that's enough. Albany has had trouble. They're just 4-3 of hitting the baseball according to Chris McIntyre. 3-1 now. Ball 4. First walk given up by Bivens. And here comes Ryan Like. Next pitch, popped up, foul territory, may blow back toward the field of play, maybe not. Bounces into the alleyway between the 2 sets of bleachers here at Rixer Field. Again, big Friday night, Good Friday crowd honoring the 97 state champs and the ring ceremony for last year's state championship team. 0-1 the count with 2 away. Wind really blowing out toward left center field right now. Bivens 0-1 to Like in the 9 spot. Back to the screen. It'll be second and third. So base hit here will make it 6-0. Playing Like extremely deep in left field with Lesh. 9 spot hitter against a 90-mile-an-hour pitcher. That's why the Cats got a couple bloops earlier. The 1-1 now. Like chops on the ground to third. And across the infield goes Chandler, but the Wildcats sent 9 to the plate here in the home first, highlighted by the Hedinger 3-run bomb. After 1, Cats 4. And the Bulldogs nothing. Will step aside and have more after this. Back to Rixer. We head to the top half of the second inning. Chris McIntyre and the Bulldogs down 4-0 to the Cats here. Connor Foley operating with a 4-run lead for the Wildcats. Foley struck out 2 back in the top half of the first inning. Teasing will stand in for a strike. He's going to play baseball for Mac Power Kent State. He's got a pretty famous grandfather in these parts. Washington head basketball coach Gene Miller. Love Coach Miller. All these guys stepping away from basketball, not Coach Miller. He's going to keep at it. And that's a good thing. The 1-1. Breaking ball, called strike. So teasing the shortstop. Gets back in. Foley with a 1-2 forthcoming. Got him. Struck him out. Foley with 3 straight strikeouts dating back to last inning.
Third baseman, number 10.
And that'll bring up Carson Chandler, the third baseman. Left-handed hitter against Foley, and he swings and fouls it off. Cats lead 4-0 here. Foley fires it in for a strike. 0-2. This is just a tad low. Cats 4-1, got back on the winning track last night against Harrison. Jack Albrand, 6 1/3 innings. On the hill last night, was perfect through 5 1/3. Umbrellas start to go up just a bit here. Fans scurrying around the ballpark. This one slashed back into the net. Two. Punch foul. This one out of play, third base side. Cats with a 4-run first as we play here in the second. Foley with a 2-2 count. Pitch bounces back into the dirt. And the count runs full. Connor Foley looking for his first win of the season. Got a couple of no decisions. And ball 4. Chandler gets the free pass. Foley's first of the game.
The designated hitter, number 20, Caden Bush.
So Bush stands in. It's a strike. Oh, 1. That is low. Runner at first. They hold him on. The 1-1 offering. Hit on the ground towards Atkins. Up with it. Bobbles it. Throws on to Morton. Back to first base. Not in time. So they try to go around the horn. Nearly got a double play. 2 away. Fielder's choice.
The catcher, number 17, Gavin Rand.
Here comes Gavin Rand, the catcher. Throw over, nearly threw it away, right, jumped over the base runner. Connor Foley brings it home, swung on and missed. Oh, and 1. Foley throws over to first. This one got away from right. And the runner will round second base, and he's now going to go to third. Anything that's past the first baseman here with the distance between the base and the fence is good for a couple of bags. I think the runner initially thought about that, but Chris McIntyre said keep on going. The 0-1 now. Swung on and missed. Rand at the plate here. He's down 0-2. Foley in agreement with the catcher, Bradley, drops the glove and brings it home. Got him. Struck him out. Couple of punch outs here in the inning for Foley. He's got 4 on the game. Through 1.5. 4-0 Cats over New Albany. We're back with more after this. Back at the ballpark, we head to the bottom of the second. Cats lead 4-0 here. Ben Hankey, who will lead things off here, singled the lead off the bottom of the first. Cats sent 9 guys to the plate in that first inning. highlighted by that bomb by Hedinger, the 3-run shot against Tucker Biven. That is a strike to Hank. 1-1. Hankey, Morton, and Foley, the scheduled hitters for the Wildcats here. Pitch is outside.
You're welcome to wear a Jasper jacket anytime.
2-1. Dives outside. A 3-1 pitch. This one popped foul down the left field line into the New Albany bullpen.
Take care.
The 3-2. Walked him. A leadoff walk here in the second. Biven's second free pass, and that'll bring up Cody Morton. Cats lead 4-0 here.
Number 5, Cody.
Take care, Sam.
He can give himself one, right?
Fastball high. Throw back over, no work in the New Albany bullpen. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside. And it is 2-0. It's wide, 3-0 to Morton. So with the runner at first and nobody out, Morton up there with the 3-0 count, and they throw back over. Biven. He's stretching the pitch. Walked him. 2 straight walks here to start the bottom half of the second inning. Here comes Connor Foley.
Now batting for the Wildcats, the pitcher, number 24, Connor Foley.
Foley, a strikeout victim back in the first. Foley at the plate here against Biven. First and second, Cats looking to add on, leading 4-0. Fastball to Connor. Pause and the 1-0. Shot foul. It's night in the Harrison game. Cats with 10 hits. Foley had a 2-run homer. Go along with a double in that game. Nice spot here for Foley. First and second, nobody out. Biven will bring it inside. 2-1 here to Connor. Lights have been on since the outset here at Rookser. Cloudy, overcast day yesterday. There were no signs of any inclement weather. But welcome to Southern Indiana in April. Foley takes this one out of the zone. 3-1 now. Pitch on the way. Foley lines it foul. The right field stands. And it's 3-2 with nobody out. Pay off to Connor. Slam back into left field. Lesh goes back, and this is a line drive home run. Another 3-run shot for the Wildcats. This off the bat of Connor Foley, his second in as many nights, and it's 7-0 Wildcats on the 3-run homer by Connor Foley. Oh, that a good sound coming off the bat right there. Biven victimized by the 2 walks, and then Foley touches him up for a 3-run home run.
Now batting for the Wildcats, the catcher, number 11.
6 hits on the game. It's 7-0 Cats for Drew Bradley. Still nobody out. Four in the first, 3 more here in the second. The Cats still out. Biven pushes it home. This one right back at you, and it's 1-1 to the Wildcat catcher, Drew Bradley. Yeah, the Bulldogs handed the Cats one of their 2 losses last year. Biven was the winning pitcher in that one, but doesn't look good tonight. The 1-1 to Drew. Glances low. And it is 2-1 again. Wind blowing out fiercely toward left center, but that ball off Foley's bat was crushed down through the wind. Kind of like a British Open knockdown 5, right, Phil? The 2-1. See that in a couple of weeks at St. Andrews. And I have another loss in the pool to Coach Kendall, Coach Albran, and Brian Lewis. Out of about 40 pools for the 4 majors for the last, as Bradley goes down swinging. I've won 1 out of 40. Prognostication in golf, probably not by my thing, but I think it's just more bad luck than anything. So Bradley goes down looking. Biven gets his 3rd strikeout. Now he'll deal with Hettinger, who knocked the ball out of the park for a 3-run shot back in the first. At the PGA Championship first at Southern Hills down in Tulsa. This week it's the RBC Heritage. Back to some of the no-names competing and throwing up 10-unders on a daily basis. This one popped up mile high toward the Wildcat first base dugout. It's blowing it back toward the field of play, and a nice basket catch by Rand, the catcher. Wind blowing it back toward the field of play. It was in foul territory, though, and Rand makes a catch for the second out of the inning. And here comes Wright, the first baseman who singled earlier. 7-0, bottom of the second. In for a strike. The Cats had not homered heading into the game last night, but Hankey and Foley went deep. Then tonight so far, Hettinger and Foley again. The 0-1 is out of the zone. Up until even not hardly at all have the Wildcats seen great pitching up to this point through the first previous games. This one fisted into the stands off the bat of Wright. Bottom of the second, 7-0 Cats. So Wright down 1-2. Biven gets a new baseball. And he'll be ready to go. Possible regional matchup between these two teams, depending again who gets out of that sectional down there and the one at Bossy Field. Wright slashes it into the right field corner, burning the right fielder, and then he falls down and he'll trap it. And it's a double off the bat of Matthew Wright. Devine didn't exactly play that one probably like he should. And it's a double for Wright with 2 outs, and here comes Atkins.
Third baseman, number 8, Tyler Atkins.
When he left the bat, it looked like it was going to get over his head. Then he turned around a couple of times and plopped. Outfielders here tonight, as was the case last night as the next pitch comes plateward. Might as well dive for it because it's not going to get by you after all the rain. It's going to check up. It's going to be just falling into the ground like an Easter egg would on Sunday. So 1-0 to Atkins. Runner at second. Cats lead 7-0. Biven comes to the belt, looks at the runner once and cuts it loose. Fastball dives low. And it's 2-0 to the Wildcat third baseman, Tyler Atkins. Will Wallace waits on deck patiently. Biven would like to see him in the third. Played a lot of baseball through the first 2 here tonight. At least on the Wildcat side, it's been very fruitful. Strike at the knees, fastball. All the amateur weathermen up here. A lot of phones out. What in the world do we do without all the weather apps? The 2-1 fouled away into the New Albany dugout. But it sure is handy, and they're pretty accurate, I'll tell you that. 2-2, Biven trying to get out here in this bottom half of the second inning. 7-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Biven straightens up on the Rookser Field mound. Again, looks out at the runner and comes home. Fastball spun Atkins out of there just a bit, and it's 3-2. Runner at second. Plateward. Pop straight back. So 3-2 and holding to Atkins. Cats have out-hit the Bulldogs 7-1 here in the early going. Straight away the outfield. Deep once again for Atkins out and left with Loesch. The 3-2 is on the way. Atkins pops it up, first base side. Clements and Biven come together. It's Biven in foul territory getting off the mound. Wildcats with a 3 spot here in the home half of the second inning on a Connor Foley 3-run missile. After 2, 7-0 Cats will step aside. This is Wildcat Baseball on 18 WJTS. We go to the top of the third. Foley now working with a 7-0 cushion. First pitch on the way to Landon Gum, the second baseman for the Bulldogs, is in for a strike. 0-1. Cats again out hit the Bulldogs 7-1 here in the early going. The 0-1 for the big right-hander. Swung on and missed, and quickly it's 0-2. Boy, for Connor Foley, you got to like this big cushion here. But not taking him off his game. The 0-2. And he fists it off his body for a foul ball. So it's foul ball, I guess. I mean, he swung, he hit it off his hands, and it went into fair territory. And yeah, if this was the big leagues, we'd send it to Secaucus. The 0-2. Or they'd go and, yeah. And it kills me, like instead of sending it to replay somewhere, they go and look at it on a 2x2 inch monitor. You know, I mean, near the dugout. You know, somebody brings it out. It's like, In 2022, you can't figure it out. The 0-2. Cut on and missed. Great curveball right there by Connor. Gets his 5th strikeout. They do that in the pros. I mean, like I said, it's a central location in the NBA. Boom, you get your answer. You get your answer in about 10 seconds. Back at the top in Garrett Jones. 7-0 Wildcats. Connor Foley in cruise control here. Jones doubled earlier. This one sliced into left. Jack Albrand makes the catch. 2 gone. Jack caught the final out of last year's state championship game against the Fishers Tigers, that 3-1 victory at Victory Field.
Number 2, Tucker Bivens.
Comes Tucker Biven. He finds himself down 7-0. I would not blame him if he took some violent swings right here out of frustration. Just take it out. Bullpen up and running for New Albany and Coach McIntyre here in the top of the 3rd. Again, Biven's pitch count got elevated in that first inning with all the craziness. They had the Wildcats in a rundown play that they botched that could have changed the complexion of that inning. This one poured outside, and it's 2-0 now. And at least it's warm out here at Rooksor Field. It looks bad, dank, and gray, but the temperature's better. This one hit on the ground. Atkins dives for it, picks it up, throws, got him. Atkins off to his left in a diving play to end the inning. The Cats have a 3-up, 3-down inning defensively. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd, 7-0 Jasper. We're coming back after this. Jordan Teesing on here in the 3rd. 2 innings for Biven. 7 hits, 7 runs, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Will Wallace will lead things off here in the 3rd. Cats lead 7-0. Biven in those 2 innings threw 78 pitches. The 0-1, Cats got to him early with some dink and dunk hits, to use a football term, and then the big bats unloaded Hedinger and Foley with a couple of 3-run homers. Fastball to Wallace. Again, Teasing was at shortstop. Now Biven goes to play short for the Bulldogs. The 1-2. Dives low, and the count squares at 2-2. Cats and Heritage Hills out here on Monday night here at Rooksor Field. Break even. Wallace fouls it off first base side and out of play. The 2-2, called 3rd strike. So Teising gets the first batter he faces. First time a leadoff man has been retired in an inning for New Albany pitching.
Number 3, the center fielder, Ryan Like.
So Ryan Like stands in. Swung on and missed. 0-2 to Like. Teasing. Got him to chase a high fastball. 2 gone. Here in the 3rd, and here comes Ben Hankey, has singled and walked, has scored a couple of Wildcat runs.
The shortstop, number 4, Ben Hankey.
Here's the next pitch. There's a strike. The 0-1. Cats swinging the bat this inning like they got somewhere to go in about 10 seconds. 0-2 with 2 away. Next pitch. Called 3rd strike. Or that time, the home plate umpire decided they had somewhere to go. 3 up, 3 down inning for Tising with 3 punch-outs here in the third. We played through 3 complete. Cats lead 7-0. We'll step aside to have more Wildcat baseball here on 18 WJTS. Back to the ballpark, we head to the top half of the 4th inning. Connor Foley and the Cats working with a 7-0 lead. Actually starting to lighten up a little bit here at the yard. High school games are 5, right, to get them in for officially? 0-1. Yeah, that would be Carolyn Gilbert baseball. If you score a run, the other team gets so many outs to, if they can't, 27 gets their 21 outs, and then if they don't score, then it's over. I don't know if that is a National Federation approved plan, but sounds pretty good to me at this stage. The 0-2 outside. Tad Ernie goes into play center field for the Cats. 1-2 now to the hitter Clements. Foley working with 5 strikeouts so far. This one popped back into center field. Ernie twisting and turning back there, and it is gone. A home run off the bat of Clements to center field. Popped it out of here. The 3rd home run of the night between the 2 teams. First one given up by Foley tonight. 7-1. Jumped all over that one.
Now batting the left fielder, number 13, Chase Lush.
So Lush, the left fielder, bats here. Nobody out in the top of the 4th. This one fouled back into the screen. Hammer breaking ball in for a strike, and Foley out ahead of this hitter 0-2. And got in on him for a strikeout. So Teasing gets in.
Number 6, Landon Teasing.
So Teasing waits, and he waves at a pitch out of the zone. Oh, and 1, Foley comes home. Hit off the end of the bat, fouled first base side. And it is 0-2. The 0-2 now. The 1-2 chopped wide of the bag. 1-2 with 1 away here. Cats lead 7-1. Tising. The 1-2 with 1 away. Out of the zone. The break even. Chopped on the ground slowly. Atkins goes to cut it off. Throws on to first base. Got him by a half step. Hankey had to charge hard. There was no way he was going to get to it, but Atkins once again ranging off to his left makes a nice play. 2 gone.
Third baseman, number 10, Carson Chandler.
Carson Chandler will stand in, 2 away. Leadoff homer by Clements in this inning, the only blemish run-wise for Foley. Fastball misses inside. .10 offering. That goes out of the zone. Top of the 4th, 7-1. Connor throws it plateward, and he gets Chandler to foul it back. 2-1 here. And that brisk wind out towards left center all night long here at Rookser Field. The 2-1 pitch goes low. Connor wanted that one. So it's 3-1 to Chandler. He walked earlier. Foley drops a glove and pushes it home. Hammer in for a strike, and it's 3-2 with 2 away. Foley trying to make quick work of this hitter, or extended work. He does not. Ball lined into center field for a 2-out single. 3rd hit of the game for the Bulldog 9, and that'll bring up Bush, the designated hitter. It's for Devine, the right fielder.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, the designated hitter, number 20, Caden Bush.
Foley throws it in for a strike. Oh, and 1. Here's the delivery. Chased one upstairs. Yep, and it's 0-2. Runner at first with 2 away. Wright holds him on. Foley will check him. And now drive the 0-2. Curveball upstairs. Top of the 4th inning, 7-1 Wildcats here. Jasper looking for their 5th win of the season. Likewise for New Albany, they're just 4-3 though. The 1-2 from Connor. Popped up in the infield, first base side. Wright waits for it to come down. Foley right in his face, and Wright makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. So a leadoff homer by Clements. That's all here for the Dogs in the 4th. Cats lead 7-1. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th after this on 18 WJTS. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Tizing on for his 2nd inning. Pitching for New Albany. Jasper leads 7-1 here. Morton singled and scored and walked and scored. A 1-0 strike outside corner. Cats have out-hit the Bulldogs 7-3 here. Morton fouls it off. Teasing comes home. Morton hits it sharply past Biven into left field for a leadoff base hit. First hit given up by Teasing. 8th hit of the game for Jasper. A leadoff single. Here comes Connor Foley, who hit a howitzer out of here his last time up. A 3-run shot against Biven. 4 in the first, 3 more in the 2nd for the Cats. Off the board in the 3rd. New Albany scored their lone run in the top half of this inning on that home run by Clements. Tizing chases a runner back. Back-to-back home games Monday and Tuesday for the Cats. Heritage Hills and Wrights. Thursday, Bossy. Friday, that rescheduled game against Northeast Du Bois up on the hill. That'll start at 6. Pitch high. Then Saturday, the Invitational. Cats will play at 11 and 6, predetermined. So a busy week for the Wildcats baseball-wise. Usually get a couple of those where a lot of games and a couple of weeks of that. The 1-0 is outside. Cats went down to Wrights last year, and it was freezing at Bossy Field. That was one of the cold games of last year, much like some of the stuff we've endured so far this year. The 2-0, Foley checks his swing, does not offer. And it's 3-0, and if it's in his wheelhouse, he'll be swinging. Derek Gober gives him the green light. The flick of the wrist. That's good jump on it. Teasing over. So nobody out. Runner at first for the Cats. It's Cody Morton. Foley draws the free pass. Teasing's first walk. Fourth for Tim will run at first base for the Wildcats.
Runner at first base, number 6,
Lucas Tim will run.
Now
Get
batting for
Foley
the
off the
Wildcats,
bases with a courtesy
number 11,
runner.
Drew
Drew Bradley stands in. He's 1 for 2 in the game tonight. Cats lead 7-1, looking for more here in the home fourth. Outside. One and 0. That is out. 2-0 now. Two and 0, first and second for the Cats. Some traffic on the bases here in the home fourth. Bradley digs in with a 2-0 count. Fouls it straight back. So Teising down the count 2-1 to Bradley. Again, they drove Bivens' pitch count up through the first 2 innings at 78, and he went to play shortstop here in the last couple, with Teasing now on the mound. The 2-1 to Drew. Shot into right field, going over is Devine. He's not going to catch up with it. Bradley extra bases, 1 run will score. Here comes the second. They throw back in, and a 2 RBI double off the bat of Drew Bradley, and the Cats lead 9-1. Good piece of hitting by Bradley going the other way.
Courtesy runner at second base, number 13, Maverick Merkel.
Maverick Merkel will go run at second base for the Cats. Still nobody out.
Now batting for the
Cats
Wildcats,
have an opportunity to play 2 more, then shut the Bulldogs down. And
Chris Hettinger.
I don't know what I shouldn't say it, but I don't know what the odds were of a possible 10-run game coming into tonight's game with Foley and Biven locking horns. We may be looking at that right now. 0-1 here. Teasing lets it go. Out of the zone. Merkel stays put as the ball got away from Rand. One and 1. Teasing bluffs a throw back towards second. Cats they were in the SIAC last night with their victory over Harrison. Memorial will be made up on Monday the 25th. Hettinger fouls it back. A couple of more league games Tuesday and Thursday. The game at Bosse Thursday at Washington Middle School, near Enlow Field down there. 1-2. Merkel, the courtesy runner at second, takes his lead with nobody out. Bivin behind him just a bit, keeping him somewhat close. Hettinger awaits the 1-2. Here it is. Breaking ball. This one into the right center field gap. That is diving hard. It'll drop. Cats will have runners at first and third with nobody out. Ball gets loose now. Hettinger is going to scurry up to second base, and the pitcher fell down. So first and third on back-to-back hits for the Cats here. Merkel at third, at second base, Hettinger on that bloop, and he took liberty to go up to second base when the ball came back in. That'll bring up Wright. 9-1 Cats.
Now batting for the Wildcats, the first baseman, number 19, Matthew Wright.
Outside corner at the black for a strike, 0-1. Second and third. Wright waits, swinging. And it's 0-2 to the Wildcat first baseman. Cats have out hit the Bulldogs 10-3, lead on the board 9-1. Teasing. Wright does not chase. So first and second momentarily, then it's second and third with nobody out. So double play ball out of the question unless you hit it right at somebody and they turn two that way. Wright trying to fend off teasing here and plate those big 2 runs, those go home runs, if you will. Wright fouls it back into the screen. No action tomorrow for the Cats. Off on Saturday. There's some tennis out at JHS, some softball as well. 1-2 with nobody out. Teasing comes home, breaking ball. Wright again fouls it off first base side. And that'll be out of play. The count 1-2 and holding to Wright, the first baseman. Cats got some golf in last night at Boonville. Caleb Begley, the head coach, said that was a little soggy down there at Boonville Country Club. The 1-2 is high. We'll get a win there. Golf, like everything else this spring, man, it's been a hit or miss proposition. It's outside, which everything is in the spring. 2-2. Wright swung at a breaking ball, one away. Had the DuBois Pike Invitational track meet, both Coach Ship's boys and the girls of Coach Jerger championships last night in that track and field meet. Atkins with second and third with one out, takes it for a ball, 1-0. That was good work by the Cat track team last night. Girls have just been dominating meets. Get a majority of the firsts every time out. The 1-0 is high. A lot of girls with multi-points in a lot of those meets. And a bunch of different girls contributing. 2-0 to Atkins. Second and third, Cats lead 9-1. Teasing plateward, Atkins fouls it off first base side. That'll be into the seats. Rattles around out there. So Atkins for the Wildcats. So Teasing, trying to get out of here without any damage or more damage. Atkins got tied up, swung at one inside and high, and the count goes to 2-2. So second and third here for the Cats. Atkins awaits the break even from the pitcher, and he struck him out. 2 away. Tying a couple of punch outs here in this inning. He's got 5 in the 1 2/3 that he has pitched. And here comes Will Wallace. Wallace has walked and has struck out. First time battling Teasing here after seeing Biven, which is a tough matchup for any sophomore, even though Biven had some trouble tonight. See Jeffersonville from that area in a little bit, a couple of weeks. That's always a good game. Do not play Floyd Central. Beat them earlier, actually in the regional last year, before the Eli Hoth Heroics in the game against Center Grove to win that regional. And then the walloping of Mount Vernon of Fortville on 99-degree heat in the semi-state. Strike at the knees. Game sent the Cats to the state championship. That huge crowd out here at Rookser. Southridge won the 3A game against Brebeuf, and the Cats took care of Mount Vernon for both those squads to go on to the state and consequently win state championships. The 1-2 sails outside, and it is 2-2 to Wallace. A couple of big runners out there. Again, those are go-home runs if the Cats could get those and hold the Bulldogs in a 9-1 game here. Teasing, try to make a pitch here, the break even. Curveball hammer. He's dropped a few of those this inning. And he gets 3 strikeouts after the Cats get a couple of runs through 4. 9-1 Jasper over New Albany. We'll take a break. This is Wildcat Baseball at 18 WJTS. Play goes to the top of the 5th. 9-1 Cats ran the catcher bat. Second time facing Foley, who's thrown 3-hit baseball. This one corked down the right field line. That's into the park down there at Sarah's place. And it's 0-1. Top half of the 5th inning here. Cats 4 in the first, 3 more in the second, and 2 in the 4th. For just joining us, Foley a 3-run homer, Chris Hettinger 3-run homer for the Wildcats. And Foley pitching good baseball tonight against Biven, who threw 78 pitches through the first 2 innings. The 1-1 offering. Cut on and missed. This New Albany team, they swing the bat if nothing else. Taking some big, healthy cuts. 1-2. The wind and fire from Foley took something off in the dirt. Bradley scoops it out of there. Will complete the strikeout with a wet baseball. And Foley gets the punch out. So 7 for Foley here. And that will bring up Landon Gum, the second baseman. He struck out to begin the 3rd. So the pitch on the way. Ball popped up first base side, right in foul territory toward the coach, and he makes the catch. 2 gone. So top of the order, Jones will bat. He's 1 for 2. And Foley retires this guy. It's an official game, even if the rain comes. Got to go 5. So and again, it was kind of in doubt. We saw the rain coming all day at various times, just how fast it was going to get here, if it does at all. 1-0. Foley brings it home. Pitch dies low. And it is 2-0 to the leadoff man, Jones. Biven waits on deck. Slash foul, third base side. High fastball. He swings and waves at it. And the count evens at 2-2. Foley gave up the solo homer to Clements back in the fourth. One of the 3 hits. Connor looks over the glove. The 2-2 on the way. Again, fouled off violently. Third base side into the cemetery. And it is 2-2 to the hitter Jones. Foley kicks and deals. Struck him out. Foley got him to swinging a pitch out of the zone. Foley gets strikeout number 8. The Bulldogs go quietly here in the top of the 5th through 4.5, 9-1. Jasper will step aside. Have more Wildcat baseball after this on 18 WJTS. Back out to Rooksor, bottom half of the 5th. Cats lead 9-1. Teasing, I should say, on for his 3rd inning of work is Tanner Ernie will hit here for the first time tonight. Played center field for Like earlier. The 1-0 is outside. The 2-0. It's out. Cats lead 9-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. Walked him on 4 straight. So a leadoff walk here. 5th walk for New Albany pitching. Hankey will stand in. Cats with 2 runs would end it early here in the 5th. Tonight the Cats honor the 97 state champs. Part of a 3-peat the Cats had, 96 through 98. The middle of that. First 2 were 1 class. 98, Cats beat Westfield at Victory Field. Scott Kleesner hit that burn out there in left center field, where that's the deepest part of Victory Field, not dead center. The 1-0 pitch is high. All the 97 guys took batting practice. Kleesner did hit a home run. Phil Rue was rather impressive in his swings. Cats in 97, they took out Richmond in the afternoon game before beating the Carmel Greyhounds in the night game. There at Victory Field, Richmond was the #1 team, they said, in the Midwest, with Andy Brown, who got drafted high by the Yankees. Matt Mock shut him down, and Cats went on from there. 3-0 now. Runner at first. Here's the pitch. It's a strike, 3-1. Runner at first, the 3-1 pitch. Chop back up the middle. Bivens will step on second. That's a tailor-made double play. Couldn't get it any easier than Bivens. He was taken toward the bag at second, touched it, and went on to first base for the twin killing. And Morton will stand in here in the 5th. 9-1 Cats.
Cody Morton.
Right up the middle. The shortstop unassisted double play. First pitch to Morton is in for a strike. Morton, the Wildcat second baseman, will see him on the mound at some point next week with all those games. All the pitchers need to be ready, and some younger guys probably get the ball at certain stages of the week. Played the Patriots and Wrights down there at those respective ball fields. Morton smacks it over the shortstop's head into center field, and Morton takes the big turn at first base. That ball was absolutely hammered. Kind of looked like a softball rise ball. Went right at the shortstop Bivens, or like an airplane taking off, and went into left center field. Morton gets his 3rd hit of the game. And now Foley will stand in. Cats with 11 hits on the night, and Foley could send the Wildcat fans home with a second home run of the game. Teasing works from the stretch and throws it to Foley. Looking for him to ambush that fastball, but he took it, and it's 0-1. A lot of guys in high school, they're trying to get that first pitch over, and those good hitters like Foley like to jump on those from time to time. Runner at first with 2 away. Teasing comes to the set and waits and kicks and fires. Breaking ball, Foley, defensive swing, chops it on the ground to second. Gum scoops it up and throws on to first base to retire the side. Through 5 here at Albany Ruxer. Cats on top of New Albany 9-1. We'll take a break and have more after this. Back to the ballpark. We head to the top of the 6th. Andrew Noblet goes to play second. Cody Morton at short. Bivens stands in against Connor Foley, working here in inning number 6. Foley throws it, and Biven fouls it off. Tough night for Biven on the hill. Again, the Cats touched him up for 7 runs in the 2 innings that he pitched, and his pitch count was 78. Had the Cats on the ropes with a botch rundown play, and that may have changed the complexion of that first inning. Breaking ball is in. The 1-1 offering dives low. You're good. You're good. Ball pop foul out of play. 2-2. The count to Tucker Biven, headed to the University of Louisville, play for Dan McDonald. Cardinals, another good year down there in Louisville. They break even. Bounces up there. They had an oddity last Sunday. They had bomb threat at Jim Patterson Stadium. They delayed the game for like 2 hours. Shoved everybody out and found it was just somebody online said something. Then it went from there to the police, and then evacuated the stadium. The 3-2 is high. So a leadoff walk issued to Biven. Foley's second free pass of the ball game. A leadoff walk here in the 6th. Cats lead 9-1.
First baseman, number 9.
Bulldogs had a nice double play last half inning. See if the Wildcats can return the favor again. Morton at short, Noblet at second now. Wright still at first. Ball called, and Biven will go to second. A balk back in the Boonville game where the Pioneer pitcher balked the winning run to the plate. So Albrand's out and left. Ernie in center and right Hettinger. Atkins still at third for the Cats. So now a runner in scoring position in a 9-1 game here in the 6th. Fastball blisters inside. It is 1-0. Next delivery. Chopped on the ground. Going over his Noblet. Ranges over. Throws on to first base, and he got it. Kind of had to throw on the run, and Ride had to hang with it at first base. Runner goes to third. And
Left fielder, number
1
13,
away.
Chase Lush.
Lush will stand in. He is 0 for 2 in the game. Both strikeouts against Connor Foley. So 9-1 Cats. Cats have out-hit the Bulldogs 11-3. Foley plateward, fastball upstairs. Foley did not like either that pitch or that call. He stabbed the ball with the glove and gets back on the hill and fires it. Swung on and missed. One and one here to the hitter Lush. Next pitch. Fastball. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2 with 1 away. Foley looks like he's not going to mess around with this hitter. Runner still down at third. Foley brings it. Frisbees it up there, and it's 2-2. Teasing is on deck for the Bulldogs. The break even. Popped up straight back. So 2-2 the count. Lush gets back in. Foley with a 2-2 count to him. Knights have been on at Rickser Field from the outset here tonight in this cloudy day. The break even. Swung at a high fastball and he goes down. 2 away. 9 strikeouts for Connor. And Teasing, the pitcher will
6,
bat.
Landon Teasing.
9-1 Cats here. Foley, plateward. Check, swing, strike. 0-1. Connor over the top of the glove, peeks in and comes home. It's out. Swings and misses there. One and 2 here with 2 away. Here comes the pitch. Fastball, he stays off of it. Next pitch, and he got it. So Foley gets the strikeout. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. 9-1 Cats will break and come back after this. Back of the ballpark, Drew Bradley leads things off here for the Cats in the home half of the 6th. Jasper enjoying a 9-1 lead over New Albany here. Teasing brings it home to Drew Bradley. It's out of the zone. Bradley with a couple of hits in the game tonight, a double and a single. An 11-hit attack for Terry Gobert's crew here tonight. Teasing will throw it home, and Bradley takes it high. Cats on a couple of different occasions have had a chance to knock out the Bulldogs in the 10-run rule. A few innings, but have not done so. So this will go the full 7. So the game in a little bit of jeopardy because of the weather, but sometimes it's on our side. 3-0 offering. It's in for a strike to Drew. 3-1 to the Cat catcher. Jasper. Big lead in this one. Bradley shoots it right at the second baseman. It goes off Hartledge's glove, who came on, and they throw off the mark in a collision at first base. And Clements, a little tumble there. And Jared Brosmer going to come out and take a look at Bradley and the first baseman, Clements. Merkel will run at first base again. Coach McIntyre going to go out as well and see what happened there. A little kind of tumble at first base between Bradley and Clements. Error on the second baseman.
Courtesy runner for Jasper. At first base, number 13, Maverick Merkel.
So Hedinger stands in.
Number 16, Chris Hedinger.
1-0. Runner at first with the hitter Hedinger. Maverick Merkel, the runner over at first. 1-0 pitch. This one smacked back deep into left, and it is out of here. A 2-run homer off the bat of Chris Hedinger, his second of the night, and that sends the Wildcat fans home happy with an 11-1 six-inning victory over the New Albany Bulldogs. That ball jumped up and out of here in a big-time hurry, and a send-them-home homer for the Cats here tonight. Hedinger with a huge night at the plate. Cats win it by the final count of 11-1. 11 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error for the Cats. 1 run, 3 hits, and 2 errors for New Albany. With the win, the Wildcats go to 5-1 on the season. They'll welcome in Heritage Hills coming up on Monday night at 6:30. We'll have it for you later on at 10 right here on 18 WJTS. Cats win at 11-1. We'll take a break. Or actually, we'll wrap things up. My mistake. 11-1 Cats win it over the New Albany Bulldogs. For Jeremy Marcos, I'm Kurt Guxel saying good night from Alvin C. Rookser Field.